S parties, freak offs, white nail polish. Oh my. Now houses are getting raided. That's a lot. Let me fill you in if you haven't been paying attention. So Puff Daddy, aka Sean Puffy Combs, I guess his government name is Sean Combs, was raided recently in regards to a trafficking ring that he is supposedly a part of. Let me read you an article. I just had to pull this up and give you the tea. Two properties belonging to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami were searched on Monday by federal Homeland Security investigation agents and other law enforcement as a part of an ongoing trafficking investigation by federal authorities in New York. What? What? Are we surprised though? Because to be honest, I'm not that surprised. We all know that freak-offs were a thing and were happening. We knew the casting couch was real. It was a part of the music industry and a part of entertainment. What I think is interesting though is how what was in the dark has come to light, and it's coming to light in some really major ways. This thing ain't looking that good for this dude. It ain't looking good for Puffy at this moment. Now, I know that word on the street was he wasn't very liked to begin with. He was known for keeping artists' money and then taking other things from them, because to be a part of the crew, you had to participate in things that you may not want to have done. And I am not getting demonetized, so I'm not mentioning things. But I know that back in the 90s, I would hear rumors about grapes, substitute that word, that G that I put in there with an R, and you will understand what I'm talking about. And in the 90s, there was a culture where it was almost expected that certain things may have been given up and to be an around the way person, because it's also been rumored from time that he was fluid from the beginning. I heard those rumors back in the day. But there seems to be layers that come up in this industry that are darker and more sinister. The sad thing is, these rumors don't seem to be new. Those rumors were going around a long time ago that you had to comply in the bad boy camp. We all watched Making of a Band, and we saw how sometimes he didn't treat his people so nice. It was a thing. And the word on the street was that, you would get down with Puffy, but you would have to get down with Puffy. And I don't know about you, but I've never found him that attractive. I know money can make things a lot better, but he ain't never been that attractive. At least not in my book. But again, the roosters always do come home to roost eventually. He kept getting away for over 30 years, I think it's been, that he's been at the top of his game until he came across a music producer who filed a lawsuit. I'm going to just read this. A music producer filed a lawsuit alleging Combs coerced him to solicit prostitutes and pressured him to have sex with them. Combs' attorney, Sean Hawley, says, and I guess we got to put out the allegedly here, and this is my disclaimer because I ain't accusing nobody of nothing. I don't make the news. I'm just telling it to you. That he have overwhelming, indisputable proof that these claims that this particular music producer made about him was complete lies. However, it's so interesting that before that suit came out, and what kind of really started this whole thing was Combs' former protege and girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie. She sued him as well. She sued him back in November, alleging years of sexual abuse and rape. That word keeps coming up with this guy. It keeps coming up. The lawsuit said that he forced her to have sex with several male prostitutes while he filmed them. And he had a propensity, I've heard this around the street, that he's had a propensity to like to see certain objects with white nails wrapped around it. And normally of this color and persuasion. He liked to see the nails. That's why I said white nails in the beginning. It literally was a thing. And I'm going to do some deep dives into this because there's some interesting pieces that come up when we start to unpack it. But the white nails is a thing. Let me move on. Now, she sued him. And the next day after the lawsuit was filed in New York court, he settled it, y'all. He settled it. And that is where the floodgates started to open. There is another accuser out there that has also filed a lawsuit who claims that, again, he raped her along with one of my favorites, but I had also heard the rumors that he wasn't a great guy, Aaron Hall. They both raped her as well when she was only 17 years old. He is denying the whole thing. He is really saying unequivocally, just like his lawyer quoted, that he has irreparable proof that he is not guilty of these crimes. Well, the evidence is mounting, and I would say that you're going to have to prove a whole lot, and I get it. We are innocent until proven guilty, so I'm saying allegedly as well. But the evidence is mounting. And I only told you guys a little piece of what's going on. Let me know if you're interested in hearing more, because the Diddy saga is going to be ongoing. And I got a feeling that the tendrils of this go deep into the industry.